Neck started being really red right through here.
She was scratching it all the time. She wouldn't stop scratching.
And nothing seemed to be working. Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel if you guys are new. We're the Snyders, and we are very excited to film this video today. So we're gonna combine two different things into one video. So we're gonna talk about Sage and what she's like right now and what else she's doing, and then we're also gonna talk about how we found out about all of her food allergies and about her face being like so red. And I am very excited to talk about this because it's been a rough couple months, and I would just love to help somebody else out if you guys, are going through that. So yeah, let's get into this video. I'm so excited. So Sage will be 9 months soon, in like about a week, I think it is.
I'd say about a week and a half.
Yeah, like so
the 7th of May.
Close. Yeah. And
as of recording, it's April 29th.
Right, so by the time you guys see this, it will be 9 months for her. So she is growing up. Yeah, you gonna tell him? Talk to him. She is eating table food now. Yeah. Just today she started scooting across the floor, so I know it won't be long until she starts crawling, so we definitely need to start baby-proofing the house. She weighs almost 20 pounds, and she's like 26 inches.
She's a short girl.
She's short, but she's real chunky. She's
real cute.
She's so cute. Let's see, what else about you, Seiji? She's got 4 teeth. She's getting 2 more up here on her front. And she's getting her little personality. Is that right? She's talking all the time, loves to go outside. Yes, yes. Loves to dance, loves music, loves playing with all of her toys. Is that right? She's also like able to wear a 2T, which is crazy. That's a 2 toddler, and she's not even 9 months right now. She's just really, really, really chunky. So yeah, but she's eating like table food, so she loves little pouches, little teething crackers, broccoli and sweet potatoes and rice and
any fruit.
Any fruit. Cuties, watermelon, all that stuff. And it's so much fun to feed her food. So we'll sit down and eat dinner, and then she will be able to join us, which is so much fun.
Well, she typically does anyway, so.
Well, yeah, but like she actually gets to participate.
She's sitting at the table.
She is, like a big girl.
Her own little table that's attached to her chair.
She is getting ready to go on an awesome vacation. You gonna tell them? We're gonna go to Epic Universe. Yeah, we're gonna fly. So it's gonna be her first time flying. And we're so excited for that trip.
She's gonna be either very traumatized or asleep. Hopefully asleep.
Happy, maybe? Hopefully she doesn't.
I'm not counting on it, but.
Yeah, I don't want to be hated throughout the flight.
Hey, if people start sighing whenever they see us walk on board, because we have a baby.
Nah, she's pretty cute. I think everybody's gonna like her.
Smack them upside the head.
So yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. She's just so cute. We're so blessed to have her as part of our little family. Isn't that right? Do you want to say hello? She also loves the camera. Anytime she sees a camera, whether it's like this camera or a phone, she just brings out this little personality, and she just talks all the time. Isn't she? Yeah. All right, so now I think we're gonna start talking about all of her food allergies and how we discovered it.
And her eczema.
And her eczema, yes. So I've actually got like a ton of things written down on here, so I'm just gonna like read them off. So I guess we can start when we went to Orlando in November. So she was 3 months, and we ended up having to go to like an urgent care ER, and because she was having hives on her chest, she was itchy. I could not get her to calm down. I had no clue what was going on with her. She was not herself at all. And it was really, really scary, and we weren't home, of course, and I didn't know where to take her, so my first thought was, let's just get her into an ER. come to find out, they diagnosed her with a viral rash. So she did have like a runny nose, like a little cold, because we were going from like hot to cold weather.
It was like 60 degrees while we were there in Orlando.
But it was
colder
like
than normal.
nights.
50-ish degrees in the evening. It was windy and stuff.
Yeah, so like she did have a little bit of a cold, and they told me that sometimes having that in babies, they can also have rashes. And so I was like, okay, well, I didn't think much about it. So we got her on some medicine, and then we came home and took her to her pediatrician, and they told me the same thing, that it was probably a viral rash. But then they told me that she also has eczema. So, you know, again, I wasn't thinking too much about it because it kind of went away, I guess, after that for a few weeks. And then Christmas time, I guess, or a little after Christmas. Her cheeks were really red. She started getting really red, like on her arm creases, behind her legs.
Her leg pits. Her leg pits.
Her neck started being really red right through here.
She was scratching it all the time. She wouldn't stop scratching it. She would lull herself to sleep practically, just scratching herself and scratching her legs with her hands and also with her feet. Yeah, cranky all the time. Like I could never get her to be settled down. Like she would always cry or just be really grumpy. And you know, again, every time I would take her to the pediatrician multiple times, and they would just keep diagnosing her as eczema. So I wasn't sure what to do. They gave me some different creams to try. I Googled some creams. So we basically have tried like every cream out there, between like the natural stuff to like just an over-the-counter kind of thing. And nothing seemed to be working. And that went on for a few more weeks, and now we're up to like Valentine's Day. So we're in February, and February 14th, I was just not sure what to do. So we took her to an allergist because I had some suspicion as far as food allergies. So I would like log everything that I would eat, and you know, I ended up taking her into an allergist because I wanted to get her tested to see if these foods were truly allergic or if she just had super sensitive skin, which she does, but it was more than that. And yeah, so we took her into an allergist. They did some testing on her, and it was not painful. She did fantastic. So she was like 6 months in February, and better than most adults. Yeah, the guy said. Yeah,
the doctor was so impressed.
Good to know. Yeah,
like videotaped her because he was going to show other parents, you know, how easy it was. So we tested her for, you know, like I said, things that I thought she might be allergic to. And it came back that she was allergic to things, and also things that I didn't know that she was allergic to. So, yeah, she's highly allergic to almonds, peanuts, basically tree nuts they told me to avoid because I do breastfeed. So she was getting it through me. So I would drink almond milk, almond creamer, things that have almond flour in it, actual almonds I was eating. And that's what was causing her to be in such horrible discomfort. So
it wasn't helping, to say the least. It was adding on to the already current situation she was in.
Yeah,
the condition that she had.
Yeah.
So on top of the eczema, everything that she was eating and ingesting, and giving to her that she couldn't have, that we didn't know about, was just compounding off of that and making it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times worse than what it could have been. Yeah. But,
so we also found out she was allergic to cats. So my family has cats. So we just have to be extra careful when we go over there. She's allergic to cow's milk, which I'm also allergic to that. So I wasn't doing any of that, which is why I was doing almond milk. Any kind of like fish, so like shellfish, I guess. They told me to avoid anything with that, which I don't eat any fish. So I was kind of surprised that she was actually allergic to that. Eggs, soy, and coconut and corn were both like a mild allergy, which I can do like coconut or coconut milk, which is what I actually do. That is my milk protein. And corn, like I can have, you know, like popcorn and stuff, and that doesn't irritate her or anything. But soy was like a big one. That was one that we didn't realize was in basically everything that I was eating. And that's not one of the like top allergies for her, but it was definitely an allergy, and they told me to avoid that. and like soybean oil. They were like, don't do anything with that. So yeah, I mean, it was crazy to find out, but it was also like an answer to prayer because I just avoided everything. So, you know, my diet was nothing with that in it. And they wanted to test her again when she's closer to 1 to see if she could outgrow some of these, because she can. So that's definitely something that we will pursue. But yeah, I'm just so thankful that we found out about all of that. But the testing was just like a little, I want to say it's a prick, but it's nothing that like actually is injected into her skin. It's like this plastic, I don't even know what it's called, like thing that you just, they stick on her back, and it has whatever food they think she might be allergic to, and then depending on how like severe it is, it'll show up as like just a really small dot or like a big hive, and then they'll know that that's the extreme kind of thing. So, you know, I was nervous. I was so scared going in there because I wasn't sure. I thought that maybe we'd have to go get blood work, and which you definitely can. Like, that's a more extensive kind of result. But what happened with her, I mean, she was fine. Like I said, the doctor was super impressed by her, and the office loves her. Like, you know, we've gone a couple times just to get her tested for more things. But everything else has been come back negative, so that's so thankful. Those are like the main allergies. And then they also told me when I went to the allergist that her face was so red because she had a kind of fungal infection, and that's why her face was getting to the point where it was crusty and oozy and almost bleeding. And I'll add some photos too so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So they put me on some steroids for her and an oral medication, and we did that, I think it was like 3 times, 3 rounds of like this oral medication and all that. And looking back, I wish I had not have done the steroids because, you know, every time we would do it, she would only do it for a few days and then she'd get off of it, and then it would come back up and it would be worse. And then so I'd put her back on it, and all just because I had no clue what was going on. I didn't know. We
were just concerned parents, obviously.
Yeah.
As I would say, new parents would be.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get it better as soon as possible, and we were willing to just
do whatever.
Do what the doctor said, because we assumed the doctor knew what was right, what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, to a T.
Yeah.
And, but, I memean, we learned from the experience. We know better now.
Yeah.
To go do certain things rather than others.
Right, yeah.
That help her, but.
Yeah, I know. So, you know, we did that for a few rounds, and then by that point I was like, you know what, like, it's showing up. Like, when she was on the medication, it would clear up completely, but every time she would get off of it, she would just have another flare up, and I was just not wanting to continue to do that. And we couldn't be on this medication for like too many more times. When we were like going to the allergist and she was on all the medications, we went to Disney, and her face seemed to be pretty clear, you know, like, yeah, it was still, you know, red, but not as severe as what it was. So that's why in our Disney vlog, she actually looks pretty good. But then the second we came home, you know, she got off the medicine.
After, it was mostly cleared up on the way home.
Yeah,
The day we came home, and then slowly started like coming back over that week. And I'd say by the weekend it was pretty bad again.
It was,
almost just as bad as it was at its worst, at its height, early March. Yeah,
and she was just not herself. Like, she was very, very cranky and just sad all the time. Like, she would sleep multiple hours of the day and just not feel good. And so we were like, you know what, enough is enough. Like, we gotta explore another option. So we went to a dermatologist, and they actually cultured what was on her face, which we actually tried to get doctors to do that, but they just didn't feel comfortable, I guess. So the dermatologist was a huge help, and she cultured it, and it took a few days to get results back, but I got a call and they told me it was a yeast infection, and apparently this kind of yeast just lives in us already, but because she has eczema, and because we were doing all of these other ointments and just really irritating it, it just made it 1,000 times worse. So they put her on this compound prescription cream that we had to get from Chattanooga, and of course that took a few days to get, and it was yeah, that was a little bit of a process, but we had to do that, and now we're on week number 3 of doing it, and now we just have to slowly wean her off of it. So we've had to do it a couple times a day, and then, you know, from then on we're just gonna keep lessening the amount. And her face is so much better. It is such an answer to prayer, knowing that that's what it was. That's what was causing everything. And oh, thank you. And now she's tired right now, but now she is such a happy baby, and she is just, you know, loves playing with her toys, loves going outside now.
Loves just about everything.
Yeah, just a night and day difference. And
besides being tired.
Yes.
She hates being tired. That's what she is right now.
It is her nap time. But it's crazy to just know that, like, she's better. Like, this is her. You know, like, she still does have eczema, so sometimes it will flare up on the back of her legs or, you know, on her arms. That's just common. My husband had it, John had it, so it's like, you know, runs in the family.
We're hoping the genes don't pass off to the next kid.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading like all of my little notes, but yeah, like, it'll just sometimes flare up depending on the weather, but because it's nice out and it's super warm, you know, it's not necessarily flared up as bad. But her face just looks so much better. Like, again, I will definitely put some pictures up so you can see what I'm talking about, because you will understand just how she looks, and it's such a blessing. Like, we have prayed, you know, who do we take her to? You know, is this more gut related? Is it, you know, I didn't know what it was. I was doing so much research and spending so much time on just talking to people and doctor appointments, and just knowing that it's all over and done with. We thank God. Like, we give God all the glory because he helped us get through that. And now looking at her, she's such a precious little baby. Not that she wasn't precious before, but it's just, she's happy now. And I know that she feels good. So that makes me very happy.
There's a night and day difference,
yeah,
to say the least.
Oh, for sure.
From how it was before versus now. Not just in looks, but yeah, her actions.
Attitude.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, she still loves to throw her toys, but that's just always been her personality.
It has, yeah. She's gonna be a little softball player for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of our story. That's where we're at right now. We just kind of wanted to do a little update on what's been going on. Yeah, because we've kind of like.
Well, we haven't done one yet, so this is.
No, you're right.
Number 1.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll do it every 9 months. Nah, we'll make it sooner.
I hope so. But yeah, I just know that, you know, it's scary to go through all this. So if you are interested in food allergy testing for your baby, you know, I recommend it. It's not bad. It's definitely answers that you probably will want. So, you know, you can avoid certain things because it's scary, you know, not knowing if they are allergic to things. But yeah, so I don't think we have anything else to add.
Except we're done, we're gonna end the video.
We got to say bye first? Can you say thanks for watching? Yeah. Say subscribe, like this video, yeah, come back for more.
She don't want to give it a thumbs up.
Say we're gonna have some awesome, epic vlogs coming, isn't that right?
Oh, she gotta go towards the girl.
Say bye. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys like this video. Sorry it's kind of long. There's a lot that's been going on, but we just wanted to do what's been going on with us.
Oh, don't show your belly. That's not for the viewers.
Say all right, bye.
Bye.